Good morning, Quadcopter 101, and what I got for you today is a review of the neat new JJRC H19WH. Now, the W in that tells you, yeah, this is another Wi-Fi FPV flyer, and there's its Wi-Fi FPV camera and transmitter. And the H should tell you, along with this centered stick position, that it is an altitude hold quadcopter, and indeed it is. But there is something other special about this particular quadcopter. There's some hawks coming over here. We're going to see if they like quadcopters here a little bit later. A couple hawks flying over. But something other special about this quadcopter is that it is collapsible, or just you can dismantle it. And the idea being you can plop all these parts inside of a backpack and take it with you out in the field and go flying. So just showing you that every one of these parts comes apart. Now these motors, they are labeled. This is the B motor and it goes to the B, and the other motor is an A motor, of course, that goes to an A arm. So easily assembled out in the field, easily disassembled out in the field, throw back in your backpack and go. Okay, let's go for a flight of this thing. First off, we need to turn it on and bind it to the Wi-Fi of my phone. Okay, I went into the Wi-Fi settings of my phone and selected it's called 720p, which is the Wi-Fi signal from the quadcopter. And so I'm connected with the phone to its Wi-Fi signal, and I'm connecting the transmitter to the quadcopter so we can control it from this transmitter. And then I am going to open up the app for this, which is Wi-Fi UFO. This uses the common Wi-Fi UFO app that we see on many quadcopters these days. And at the same time, let me start Mobazin so you can see video. 3, 2, 1. We got Mobazin video recording. Now we're going to hit play, and we should come up with a screen, and we have Wi-Fi screen. Now I'm going to select record to record from this the video from this quadcopter, and it is recording. And to start the quadcopter, I didn't go over the buttons. This button here is rates and one key return with a long press. This button here is flips and headless mode with a long press. This button here is takeoff and landing with short press, or if you hold it down, it turns off the lights on the quadcopter. And this button here is an operator, since this is the Wi-Fi version. This would be the photo and video, start photos and videos, but that's for the regular camera, not the Wi-Fi camera. It doesn't work with Wi-Fi. Starting the motors, and away we go. Give it throttle, and indeed we see that we have altitude hold. Let's trim it up a bit. Yep. That's about as good as I'm going to get with trim. So yeah, it's flying, and I do see a Wi-Fi signal on my screen. So, and I'm recording that Wi-Fi signal with Mobazin. So let's see how far we can go. Now I already tested this at home to see if this would, if we lost signal, if it would drop, and it will drop actually. So this has long range on it. Apparently it has long range, because I'm flying pretty far out. Increasing the rate. It's a good flyer. I forgot to mention though, this comes with a 7.4 volt, 400 milliampere hour battery that gives it plenty of power. That'd be the same as like a 3.7 volt, 800 milliampere hour battery. Okay, let's go up high. I am recording, but I want to go above the lights and show the area. So we'll go right about there. And once we're about there, I'm going to rotate. Let's rotate. Rotating the camera. Now this also has automatic landing. You press the land button. Let's see it land from up there though. That's what I'm curious about. So I'm pressing the land button. It should be descending. Doesn't seem to be, so I'm going to bring it down myself. Lowering throttle. Maybe that descent is very slow, but I want to see it land. It did an automatic takeoff. It's supposed to do an automatic landing here. Hold on. Oh, there we go. It's descending. And there we go. Automatic landing. Now I want to make sure I got the video that we just recorded, and obviously it looks like it stopped. So I lost some of that video, but it did record on Mobazin. So I'm going to start the camera one more time. Starting recording. starting the motors, and going back up again. Going back up high. Because I want to see if this is a good camera quadcopter, along with being a Wi-Fi FPV flyer. A lot of people like Wi-Fi FPV, but really, most of the phones are very hard to see out in daylight, like I am finding it hard to see my phone in the daylight here, but I am seeing it. So I know what I'm pointing at, but it's very dark. Okay, coming back down again. That was a local view of the area. Hopefully with this 7.4 volt battery, we'll have a long flight time. I wonder what the Wi-Fi is like, though. You know, I was at good 50 meters there, and I had good Wi-Fi. FPV, I'm surprised, actually, how good it is. I'm way out there. I'm 50, 60 meters away, 70. And I still got good Wi-Fi. Surprisingly good Wi-Fi. Coming down lower. I'm going to land it again because I want to record that video that I just took. How do you like my tie-dye, folks? Today's tie-dye, if it's recording. And hitting the land button. And it's landing. Okay. And yes, that time it did record. Okay, for this next flight, let's test its range. Let's see if it makes it down to the net. So, hitting record again. And recording is recording. Starting the motors. The motors don't want to start. That means it's battery. Yeah, I got LVC. So once you get LVC, it doesn't want to fly anymore. That would have been interesting to see if it would have made it down there. But right now we got LVC, folks. Sorry. So that is the H19WH. It's actually a nice flyer. It feels a good flyer, but mainly it's a camera bird that you can collapse and use for video, taking video, using your phone to aim the camera. So it seems to be pretty good so far. I'm just curious how the image quality is on the video. We'll find out here afterwards. So hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101, signing out.